Hi, welcome to your practice. My name's Elisa. If we've never met before, it's so lovely to be here with you. We'll start the practice in a seated position of your choice. So you can decide to sit down on the ground, maybe cross-legged or kneeling, or maybe start lying down on your back or in a chair, however suits you to begin arriving to this place of your practice with intention, with full awareness. So we'll get started when you're ready. Finding your way into a comfortable position. And maybe it's comfortable to close down the eyes as you arrive, maybe it's not. And no right or wrong way to be, just settling into the present moment, perhaps with the eyes just softly focused on something out in front of you or above you. And here you may like to begin deepening your connection or awareness to the movement of your breath. Noticing the rise and fall of your body, the quality of your breath today. As you begin to deepen your relationship with how you are, how the breath is moving. And perhaps here you begin to kind of collect or gather in all of the parts of you that you have shared today. And softly arriving to the present moment in your body. Noticing the quality of your thoughts, any physical sensation present. As you begin to transition perhaps from the thinking mind into the felt sense within. And that is the practice, this continual drawing back to the present moment. It takes time. As you continue to watch your breath, perhaps it might feel good to count the length of your in-breath, perhaps to the count of 5. And then count the length of your out-breath, perhaps to the count of 5. And of course, changing this number to what suits you and your body today. Just beginning to create this very gentle boundary, a balance, equal part in and out breath, samavritti. And I would like to open our time together by acknowledging the land, acknowledging those who have walked before us, tended to this land. You may have your own relationship or connection to the land that you're seated on today. I invite you to explore that relationship here. And I would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional custodians, the First Nations people who have tended this land for thousands of years. I acknowledge their ancestors, their elders of the past. Give thanks to those elders of the present and those of the future. With that said, extending this gratitude, this acknowledgement to the history and lineage of this practice of yoga, these ancient traditions and wisdom from the East. I acknowledge those yogins who have cultivated these practices, these teachings, over thousands and thousands of years. And they've evolved, they've shifted, they've changed. And you and I are so fortunate to be able to share, grow, and learn from these teachings. It is truly an honor. And when it feels right for you, take your time. And beginning to feel your way into a seated position, but up on your knees, if that's comfortable. I'll face you, actually. actually. If it's not comfortable to sit with your knees together on your heels, that's totally fine. You find a seat that suits you. But we'll open up with a toe stretch to begin. So maybe helping out those little toes as you tuck them under, giving them a stretch, and then coming to sit on your heels with your bum. Inner thighs are hugging together, and this might feel very intense, it might not. So just being kind, being gentle with yourself here as we open up through the feet. And finding a tall back body as you gently draw the navel in, elongate through the lower back. Let the shoulders be open and broad, the chest be open and spacious. The crown of the head energetically reaching towards the sky, gentle hugging in of that chin towards your throat. Find your breath here, and then we'll inhale the arms wide and high. And then on your exhale, keep your legs, your torso, or your lower half of your body where it is, and twist to the left. Draw that left arm back in space, that right arm forward. And engaging through Uddiyana Bandha, this energetic lock at the solar plexus, drawing in and back as you deeply wring out through the torso. Maybe using the core strength, the gaze can come deeper over the left fingertips. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right, drawing that right rib cage back in space, right fingertips back in space. Inhale back to center. This time bending at the elbows, cactus shape the arms, draw just the heart space, the sternum towards the sky, hugging in the lower belly, the lower ribs, so you support the lower back here. You can come out of this toe stretch anytime you'd like. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, cactus shape the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, draw the collarbones away from one another. 2 more, inhale to center. Exhale, open, bend the elbows. Final one here, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend at the elbows, heart space open. So you inhale, draw the arms up, untucking the toes, fingertips come down in front of you. Oh, untucking, tapping the tops of the feet into the mat if that feels good. As you find your way into a tabletop position, all fours is where we'll meet. You can feel your way there. Beginning to move in any way that feels good, maybe rocking back and forth, bringing the backs of the hands to the mat to stretch the wrists in any way you would like, your practice, your way. Perhaps a little bit of intuitive movement here, perhaps some cat-cows. Just beginning to arrive in your body. Notice how you're feeling maybe now with this deep relationship with your breath, that awareness is in the present. You may notice a little bit more how the body is communicating with you. From here, stabilizing through the arms, hug the belly in, lift the left leg behind you, flex at the foot. We're gonna take some rainbow arches with that left leg. So opening up and over, tap the ground to the outside of the right leg, and then inhale that left leg up and over all the way to the left, tap the ground to the left. Inhale, drawing that leg up and over, big arc. And then inhale back to the left. Keep going, 1 more round. Arms are stable, chest is square, using those back muscles, the core muscles to stabilize you. So you inhale that left leg back, and then draw the left knee towards your nose, crunching it in, opening, doming through the upper spine, and then lower that left knee to the ground. A little bit of movement here if you'd like. We'll take the other side. So inhale, right leg far behind you. Draw the navel in, exhale, tap the ground to the left. Opening up through the hip flexors, lifting that right leg up, rainbow arching shape all the way over to the right. Inhale up, all the way over to the left. 1 more, to the right, to the left on your exhale, to the right on your inhale, and then exhale, knee to nose as you crunch, curl under, and then knee to the ground, move it around. Feeling your way into your first downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, hover your knees, send your hips high and back behind you. A few breaths to truly feel into the shape. Resting when you need to throughout this practice. Externally rotating through the shoulders, arriving in your body. Perhaps you can introduce that attitude of openness, Really allowing whatever is present for you to be there without judgment, without criticism. Full breath in here. Bend your knees, hop or float, walk your way to the top of the mat, however you'd like to get there. Uttanasana, forward fold, belly resting on the thighs, head unhinged from the rest of the body. Inhale, halfway lift, fully inflate the lungs. Exhale, bow. Rising tall, strong legs rooting into the earth. Arms come with you wide and high. Then exhale, taking that twist to the right, just like we did seated. Drawing that right rib cage back behind you. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, pour yourself forward, bend the knees, bowing to the ground. Halfway lift, full breath in. Breath out, right leg reaches behind you, toes and knee to the ground, finding your way into Anjaneyasana. When you're ready, you may like to indulge in a little stretch here. And then with the inner thighs drawing towards each other, the arms sweep up. Full breath in. Releasing the shoulders, hugging the belly in gently, breath out. Breath in here, twist to the left, breath out. Drawing action of that left ribcage back in space. Inhale, arms back to center. And then exhale, framing the left foot, step back into plank position. Lowering your knees, belly, chest, and chin all the way to the earth. 3 rounds of cobra your own way. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Full breath in, follow it in the body, anchoring breath out, releasing the heels in the direction of the ground. Breath in here, come up high in the balls of the feet, bend your knees. On your out breath, find your way to the top of the mat, however you would like. Halfway lift, breath in, pour it out towards the ground. Inhale to rise, bring your arms with you, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, twist to the right, arms in the shape of a T, drawing that heart space to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinging from the hips, bowing towards the ground, whatever way you wish. Halfway lift, inhale. This time, left leg reaches far behind you, toes and knee find the earth. Setting yourself up for Anjaneyasana. When you're ready, take your time, rising tall on your in-breath. Settling into the shape on your out-breath, knee stacked on top of ankle, breath in, twisting to the right, breath out. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands frame the right foot. This time, step the right foot back behind you. Optional vinyasa here with chaturanga, otherwise knees, belly, chest, and chin to the earth. Rising into cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Full breath in. Anchoring breath out. On your next exhalation, again, finding your way to the top of the mat, hop, float, zombie walk to the front, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, full breath in. Preparing for Utkatasana, chair pose. However you'd like to place your feet, big toes to touch or feet hip distance apart, bending the knees, sinking your hips down, drawing the navel in. You sweep the arms high, Utkatasana. Feeling the quads, the glutes light up as you sink a little bit deeper, draw the belly in, elongate the back body. Full breath in here, sinking breath out. This time shifting the weight to your toes, can you come into a little toe stand here, keeping the hips low, breath in. Just lower the heels, stay low in your chair as you sweep the arms behind you, breath out. So moving with the arms once more, inhale, rising with the arms onto the toes. Exhale, lower the heels, sweep the arms behind you. Last time, sweeping high onto the toes. This time as you lower the heels, fold yourself forward, Uttanasana. Releasing fully. Well done. Take a moment in this forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step or float back into your vinyasa of choice. Maybe moving through chaturanga, dandasana, all the way to the earth. Into up dog or cobra shape. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Full breath in. Perhaps a releasing, symbolically releasing breath out. Inhale, right leg high behind you. Bend at the knee. If you'd like, stacking right hip on top of left, open up here. Squaring the shoulders, full breath in. Right knee, right elbow, shift forward into plank, breath out. Sweep the right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, across the body, breath out. Right leg behind you, three-legged dog, expansive nature here. Exhale, knee to nose as you step that right foot in between your hands. The in-breath rises you tall into crescent lunge when you feel ready. Full breath in here. Settling breath out. Drawing the navel in, maybe a little bend through that back knee. Whew. Inhale here. Then exhale, arrowhead pose. Sweep your arms behind you. Leverage yourself forward through the strength of your left toes as your belly and torso hover over that right leg, crown of the head reaching you forward. Beautiful. Full breath in here. Standing left knee into your chest, breath out. Find that standing balance. Perch pose. Find your balance, embracing the wobbles, kindly observing where you're at today. Crown of the head reaching high, and then sweeping your leg, your arms behind you, Dekasana, warrior three. Move slowly as you support yourself in this balance. Left leg is engaged, thighs lifting towards the sky, torso melting towards the earth, but still lots of engagement through the back body. Continuing this flow, left knee to chest, standing balance. Inhale. Sweeping that leg, the arms behind you, warrior three. Drawing the left knee back into your chest, inhale, standing here, and then changing it up a little bit from here, continuing to balance. I know it's a long hold. We're gonna find water dancer by kicking the left heel and sole of the foot towards the sky, but not hinging forward, just using that compression of the back body, sweeping the arms behind you to spread through the collarbones, the chest. It's kind of like you're a ballerina trying to lunge your way forward. So big back bend here, and then moving back into that perch pose. Left knee towards the chest, arms in the sky. Exhale, sweeping everything behind you, staying upright. Exhale. Inhale, back to perch pose, knee to chest. Last time, kicking your legs, your arms behind you, arching through the back. Inhale, knee to chest. And then sweeping this left leg behind you slow and steady into a warrior two. So you may like to transition through a warrior three, open the hip, and then lower the left foot to the ground. Well done, lots of balancing there. Whew, catching your breath. Always still adjusting to talking and practicing. Settle into this shape. Right knee is deeply bent, inner arch of the left foot in line with the right heel. Shoulders are engaged, softness through the face. From here, in breath, reversing, right arm sweeps up and back. And then exhale, Skandasana, left knee bends, right leg extends, toes towards the sky, hands maybe to heart center, maybe they support you down in front. Full breath in here. And then exhale, pivot to the left. Find your long runner's lunge at the back of the mat. Breath in to draw the heart space forward, stabilizing your right hand as you come into Vashisthasana, side plank, left leg on top of right, left arm lifting towards the sky. Option to stay here, take the modified version with the right knee on the ground, or you hover the left leg, step it behind you, wild thing, back bend here, strong through that right hand. Full breath in. Breath out, feeling your way back into plank, flow through a vinyasa of your choice, facing the back of your mat. Whew. Arriving here, we're facing another direction. Notice how that feels for you in your experience. One breath in here. Long releasing breath out. Inhale, left leg high behind you. Bend at your knee. Maybe you open up, stack the hip on top of the right as you square the shoulders towards the front of the room. Full breath in. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, shift forward into plank. Hug the belly in. Sweeping that left leg back, three-legged dog. Knee to right elbow across the body, oblique engagement. Sweeping that left leg behind you, one breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Can you step that left foot in between your hands? And then rising your way up into a crescent lunge. When you feel stable, take your time, engage both feet. Full breath in. Settling in the shape on your breath out. Hips are square, lowest ribs are hugging in. Crown of the head is bright and tall towards the sky. Breath in here, arrowhead, breath out, sweep your arms behind you, torso, hovering over the left thigh, hug the belly in. Full breath in as you shift your energy into the left foot, draw the right knee in towards your belly, perch pose. Standing tall, explore your balance here. Maybe the left side is completely different. Again, meeting yourself. Exploring how the thinking mind is perhaps involved here, softening into your felt experience. Breath in, warrior three or airplane pose, breath out, right leg behind you, torso tilting towards the ground, shape of a T. Inhale, draw that right knee back in towards your chest, perch pose. Exhale, warrior three, sweeping that energy behind, tilting your chest forward. This time as you draw the right knee in towards your chest, shifting it to that dancing or water dancer pose, in breath. Upright spine, out breath, sweep your arms, your toes of the right foot, heel of the right foot towards the sky, spreading through the chest, compress the spine. Inhale, right knee to center. Exhale, water dancer. Last time, knee to center, standing balance. Exhale, opening, spreading here. Inhale here, back to center, and then transitioning your way into warrior two. So slowly shifting that right leg behind you. Maybe you open and stack the hip and lower the right foot to the ground. Well done. Finding your pose here, opening the chest towards the right side of the room. Left fingertips leading you. Gentle hugging of the shoulder blades behind you. Both feet on the ground, spread your effort. Flipping the left palm up and back, reverse side body opening. And then bending that right knee, Skandasana. Right knee bent, left toes towards the sky, left leg is engaged. Maybe hands to heart center or supporting you. Full breath in, lighting up the inseam of the left leg. Breath out, pivoting towards the original top of your mat, right toes leading you, long runner's lunge here. Take a moment. And then placing your left hand to the inside of the right foot as you open up Vashisthasana, side plank, right foot on top of left. Maybe you take the modified version. Maybe you stay here, or you hover the right leg and step it behind you, taking that wild thing back bend. Press the ground away, press your pubic bone in the sky, opening up through the heart. One more breath. And then exhale, right hand towards the earth, vinyasa of your choice. Maybe a rest. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll align our breath here together, full breath in. Maybe a big sigh out the mouth. Inhale the right leg high behind you. Preparing for pigeon pose, right knee to right wrist, right ankle to left wrist. Perhaps the shin one day can be parallel to the top edge of your mat. As you extend that left leg behind you, stay really engaged through the inner thighs. As you hold the rest of your torso, engaging Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor is drawing in and up. The crown of the head is reaching tall. Take a moment here just to make sure you can support yourself in this shape. And then maybe you decide to stay upright or to bow forward over that leg. And of course, this posture may not be accessible for everyone, and that is absolutely fine. We're all different. If that is not suitable for your knees, you can take the reclined version. So same stretch, different entrance, coming onto your back. And then making a figure 4 shape, right leg on top of left, right ankle on top of left thigh, flexing that right foot. Maybe you use your hand to push that right knee away from you, or you weave your hands in between your legs and you draw the left leg towards you as you still engage through that right foot, push the right knee away from you. Back of the head is supported. You choose. That is always an option. I'm going to come and do the front-facing version. Staying here for 2 more breaths. Can you soften through your face? Perhaps the body is communicating with you in a new way or in a way that brings you into your past. I invite you to be present for this. Noticing if what's being presented is useful or no longer useful. Perhaps you symbolically decide to release the next breath out the body, and with it, this information that no longer serves you. We'll take 1 more breath here together, then exiting the shape, supporting yourself through it. As you engage to the core, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. If you're on your back, you can hug both knees in towards your chest. And just rock from side to side. We're coming straight into the other side. So inhale, left leg high behind you. Exhale, left knee, left wrist, left ankle, right wrist. Perhaps one day that shin can be parallel. Meet yourself where you are. And arriving in your pigeon pose, again, not dumping into either leg, but finding that center, finding that supportive, energetic line, hugging in through Mula Bandha, pelvic floor lock, drawing up, sending that effort out the crown, and then perhaps folding over your legs here. If you're in the reclined version, choosing what feels best for you, respecting that each side is going to be different. Practicing kindness and patience with your body, with your mind. We're cultivating this union, not separate from the body, not separate from all emotions, good and bad, however you label them, they're all important, part of you. Softening through the face as we close down the practice. We'll take 1 more breath in whatever shape you've chosen. If you're in the front-facing version, bringing those toes back to down dog. If you're on your back, maybe taking a happy baby. We'll meet on the back body, so lower your knees to the ground on your exhale. Coming to sit on your hip. Swing your legs out in front of you. And then planting the soles of the feet, lowering yourself all the way down to the earth. From here, everyone, now that we're all on the back body, you can hug your knees in towards your chest and take a happy baby by bringing the knees nice and wide, bringing your hands to the outer blades of the feet, letting the neck be supported and long, the shoulders be broad. One day, maybe that lower back is inching its way towards the earth as you perhaps rock from side to side, opening up through the groin, introducing this very gentle inversion, resetting, restoring. If there is any other movement you would like to add to your practice today, maybe a twist, if you feel like going upside down, back bending, whatever you'd like. Of course, I invite you to move through what serves you today. Otherwise, drawing your knees together, releasing your body fully onto the earth in your Savasana. So really allowing this space, this time, for you to integrate your practice, for you to process and digest all of the movement that we have brought into the body, the breath. making sure the back of the neck is long and you're comfortable. Perhaps the palms facing up in this gesture of receptivity. So you soften completely into your mat. My voice will draw you out of this space in a few moments. So truly allowing yourself to soften and release here, free from worry or responsibility, simply present in this moment. You may wish to continue resting as you are, allowing more time for your practice to settle. If you would like to close the practice with me, you may begin to wiggle or invite in a breath. Excuse me. Swaying from left to right. And eventually letting this breath become more energetic as you perhaps take a morning stretch. Roll yourself over onto one side and push your way up into a seated position of your choice. Arriving back here in a tall spine, rooting through the sit bones, reaching gently, effortlessly through the crown. Preparing yourself for the rest of your day, this tall and bright back body, breathing, present. We'll inhale the arms wide and high, feeling into that space all around you, this unlimited potential. So you touch the hands together above the crown, symbolically drawing this potential in towards the center of you, your heart space. In this gesture, Anjali Mudra, of gratitude and humility. Uniting left and right hemisphere of the body and brain. And closing the space by acknowledging 3 things you're grateful for today. You may wish to bow forward towards your hands and all the way towards the earth, closing your practice. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here with you. Please reach out, get in touch. I'd love to hear from you if you have any questions or comments. Otherwise, see you next time. Thank you.